Welcome to another SnowRunner mission video. This one is a little bit longer, but it is a bit more complicated from a logistical standpoint, where we are repairing a water pipe that is, if you've seen some of the other videos, we've had to go around on previous missions, so in this one we're doing that repair. So I've decided that I want to use the crane in this one, which on a previous video we did a fair bit of damage to, so I left it where it was. So here I'm taking a service repair vehicle out to do the repairs to the truck. So these little smaller scout trucks, or pickups as you would call them, carry spares as well as fuel. So here I am at the bridge that's been damaged, and we're just going to head down this track to the river. I did repair the crane as much as I could on the last video, just so that I could finish the task. Excuse me. But the biggest problem is I think it's got something like 4 flat tires, so, and still carrying a bit of suspension damage, so I'll completely repair all that and also fill up with fuel. So here we are at the Mac defense, carrying the crane on the rear frame. Just carrying out those repairs. So the Mac is all good now. So now we'll just top up the tanks. Any time that I've used some fuel from the roof racks on the Mac, if that was down, I could also top those up as well with this little fuel carrier service vehicle. So now we're going to head across the river on the ice, just taking our tried and tested route across the hard packed ice. Just taking it steady and low range. just quickly put the diff locks in to get us up over that rocky outcrop. Bit of ice slush there. Now just making our way up this track where we'll get to the tarmac up above. A little bit slow going through this thick snow. Just throwing the winch rope out there to give us a bit of an assist. Back on the tarmac, just coming into Everton, which is our destination. So we'll just park up here next to the construction site. Now we need to go over and pick up the Royal BM with the flatbed semi-trailer on it. We'll head on over to the warehouse, or more of a construction site. Or probably more of a factory. Bit of a detour here because the road is blocked ahead. Bit of a sketchy path through this detour. The off-camber of parts of this track are just a little bit drastic, so caution has to be taken. Luckily, because I have no load, it's not too bad at all. Just about out of this section now, coming up to lead us back onto the tarmac again. Making our way along the tarmac. I cut a small section out of that before, as there's not a great deal to see while you're just driving on the tarmac. So here we are, we've arrived at the pipe factory, I suppose you would call it. Part, as I quite suspected, but until I got here I didn't know, but this is a creation zone, so I can't just pick up a water pipe. There on the menu it says to make a water pipe and I need 2 rolls of steel. So I'll just park this out of the way. I then noticed these 2 pipes sitting there and thought perhaps I can use one of those if I can pick it up. So I decided to try the loading crane to see if it would work. So it seems to show a connection point for the crane, for the winch cable. So I think I'll pick that up. But then I think to myself, it's unlikely that they would have a construction zone where you have to make the pipe and have some pipes just laying there, so I decided against that. I have a quick look at the map just to see what they label these pipes as. So these are labelled as a large pipe, and what I need is a water pipe. So bit of a catch there if you're not paying attention. Nothing worse than loading one of those and getting out to the construction site only to find that it's no good. So now I'm searching around to see which factory has the metal rolls and how far away I am. So I head back to the garage and choose another truck. That way I leave the Royal BM and trailer at the warehouse ready to load. Sorry, here I am in the Plaid 450. We've just come out of the garage and we're pulling up to the trailer store. Go through what's available. So for this task I'm wanting a 6 pallet carrier. Because I need 2 rolls to make 1 pipe. I know for a fact that I require another 2 water pipes for other repairs in later missions. So if I pick up 6 rolls, that will make 3 pipes, which will be enough to do the other 2 upcoming missions. Just checking the map to see which way I had to go. A fairly straightforward pickup to where we have to go to the warehouse for these metal rolls. So I do cut a bit of the somewhat boring tarmac driving out. It is a long video, so I'm just trying to cut out what I don't need. Quick look at the interior of the Plaid. Quite a large truck as compared to the Royal BM. But it's a good vehicle. It can pull very sizable loads and it's actually quite good on fuel. Skip ahead and we're just coming into the warehouse now. at the loading dock now, and they can slam down some metal rolls for me. Six rolls loaded, and we'll head out and make our way back to that manufacturing plant. Getting a bit late in the day now and starting to get a bit darker. Quick stop for an obligatory selfie photo. Here we've skipped ahead and we're just coming in to go past the garage. Just at the junction now, so we'll make a right here and we'll head down to that that bridge that's out. We'll make a right at the bridge entrance and head down that track that leads down to the river. We will have to make our way across the ice to get across this river. But the path is good and this truck's more than capable. Just taking it slow in low range. There's a fairly steep descent to make our way down to the river. The Loadmaster, or Lodestar I think it is, International Lodestar service vehicle back there. back across our tried and tested path. This truck has permanent diff lock, so it's very versatile. Turning circle is not brilliant, but not many trucks do. Just about on the tarmac and coming into Everton. So we'll make our way through Everton. Just passing through. Still have plenty of fuel, so I'll get some more on the way back. Just skipping ahead, a bit of tarmac driving there. Just turning off the main road to head down towards the factory. So here we are at the factory at last. So now I can unload these metal rolls and through the menu convert them into steel pipes. So now we have 3 pipes in stock. So I'll just shift this truck out of the way. I think I need to brush up on my reversing skills. But sometimes it works out, other times the trailer seems to have a mind of its own. All part of the fun. Go to the map and select the Royal BM. So now our pipe's loaded and we can head on to the construction site. Free trailer on the left there. That's how you can, when you first start playing SnowRunner, that is one of the best ways to get money early, is that they do have a lot of these trailers scattered around the place. So some have a load that you can use already on them, but others are just there for the taking. So usually I find I sell the trailers that I don't need, so that I can buy a better truck as early as possible. As you earn money, if you do happen to need the trailer you've sold again, you can just buy it back from the trailer store. It just makes a big difference if you can get good trucks, especially mod trucks, early on, as they do have a better tyre selection for all the different terrains, or two terrains really, mud and snow. So here we are once again, just skipped ahead a bit of the tarmac driving. Coming down to the gas station. So we'll just have a bit of a refuel. And seeing as it's around 3 AM in the morning, we're just going to catch a few hours sleep while we're parked here. That way we can continue on in the early hours of the morning around 6 AM, which will give us a bit more light for unloading the truck and also for putting the pipe into the ground. So here we are at 6 a.m. We've got a lot more light, and we can head on down to the construction site, which is just down the road here. Not far to go at all. In the main street of Everton, as it turns out. Coming up to the main street there, so I'll pull over here and reverse the trailer down to the construction site. Making sure I don't take out the fire hydrant there. Sometimes it can be very hard to see where you have to go, or because of buildings when you're in around, even sometimes in the tall trees, because the camera automatically goes quite strange and strobes in and out. I definitely don't think I would make a good delivery driver. You really do appreciate truck drivers and the places they can reverse a trailer. So here we are at the construction site. I've just unpacked the pipe so that I can lift it off the truck bed. Jumped across into the crane. So I'll just put the legs out. You don't really need the crane for this task. I could have just driven that trailer into where the yellow square was and unloaded, and that would be it done. But in scenarios like this where you have the opportunity to deliver the pipe actually into the ground, it's a lot more fun and just adds a bit more to the game, being able to use these larger cranes. Just lifting the pipe up there so that I avoid taking out my exhaust stack. Shifting around, trying to get a good view for a thumbnail selfie. So we'll just drop this into the ground, and then the crew will quickly do the rest and fill it in and resurface the road, and it'll be good as gold. So we'll just unload, and there we have it, another task done. You can see all the fencing and everything that has disappeared, and the roadway is all finished. So that's it for another mission. Thanks again for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this one. It was a bit long, but good fun. So that's it. Bye for now, and we'll see you on the next one.